wherever and whenever you are, we are in the right places. Yay! It works. Okay, that was lucky. Sorry, excuse us, everyone in chat. I was just saying, I didn't check the cameras, and luckily we just happened to be in the right places. Anyway, good evening, one and all. A hi, hello to my lovely players down here, although we are running a slightly streamlined operation today. But we are very happy to be here with all of you, and welcome to everyone. We see you over there, Baron Dragonborn, Yanti, Chaotic, Platypus, welcome, and Apsy, my friend, hello. Right, okay, so let's us get into things here. A massive thank you not only to you fine folks, but all of those over on the VOD squad as well. Thank you very much. If you would like to catch up with the VODs or see where all of our lovely music comes from and all of that kind of stuff, you can head on over to YouTube and check out the VODs at any time. I will be uploading the ones from last week now that the dust has settled after the fantastic charity drive. Another massive thank you to everyone who was able to help out with that. Lots of generosity and support flooding in from all over the place for a very successful drive there. And there was me, like the old guy, trying to figure out technology. And it's like, how do I send it to the Red Cross? And then I actually found out, it's like, as it was donated, it was flowing through to the Red Cross. We were merely a conduit. So it's already there. The money that has been raised has already been sent to them. A whopping $3,300 in all. Absolutely wonderful. And I have some exciting news today about our next charity drive coming up. Also with slightly special guests who I just got confirmed today. So I'm very excited to do that. It's going to be a smaller affair, a single stream bonanza as we jump into some exciting things happening that day. So more on that at the end of the session. I hope you are still able to hang out with us for a couple of hours and get that juicy gossip there. Or if you're over on the Discord, you will, of course, hear the news as it heads in that direction very, very soon. Now, let us say a massive thank you, also talking of music and the like, to the wonderful people at Sirenscape. If you would like to have the awesome sound effects and music in your game, please head over to sirenscape.com. Set yourself a free 30-day trial and enjoy all of the wonders that are there. Not only D&D stuff, but lots of other systems as well, science fiction stuff as well. And then at the end of the trial, if you wish to, you can become a Super Siren subscriber and have access to all of that in your games, be they online, such as ours is, scattered around the world, or round a single table. It is a fantastic tool, and I really hope that you're able to get the joy and use out of it that we do. Now, that said, let us also say a massive thank you to our lovely Emma. Hang on. Are you forgetting what I named this command? This? First time to jump? Nope.
That's what it should be.
But
you change it too.
I have to change it now. That's my automatically go-to. Babs. Babs. It reminds me of Babs Windsor. The British actress that was in EastEnders and stuff. Okay, so yes, the fabulous Emma over on Twitter is the artist for... It's a bit lonely tonight, isn't it? A single portrait on the screen. Edgar.
There's another one in the pipeline.
There is.
Fabulous.
Well, you say pipeline.
Oh.
It's more kind of in the overlay, not in the pipeline. Not quite yet. Wait for it. I'm building to it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you lucky people here are the first, apart from Marin and myself, to see the new Emma original art for the fabulous sword-swinging, spell-slinging, cursing... Damn it. I should have stopped at the first two. It was going so well. Esmeralda de Avenir, as played by the wonderful Marin down the bottom, far, far away.
Hello, it's
so
me.
far down there. Hi. Yes, without further ado, let us out with the old. Thank you, Esmeralda. It's been an absolute pleasure. Boop. And in with the new. Welcome to the new character art for Esmeralda. It's fabulous. I remind everyone, Esmeralda is now a reborn, so there are certain elements maybe to this art that may be influenced by that. Introducing Esmeralda Davenier. Boop. Da da da. She's fantastic. So good. So I
She's
love
so
it.
cool. I love her so much.
It's beautiful.
She's also 20 feet tall.
Attack of the 20-foot woman. Yes, we're doing that. We're doing the one shot. We're missing Stephanie, so we're doing a one shot.
You're now 4 feet
Surprise. Oh wow, that's cool.
It's
Yes, absolutely.
amazing.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful, beautiful art. I love it.
She did an amazing job. I'm so happy with it.
Yeah, I love the I love the the coloring and the texture on the trousers. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It looks so awesome. And, like the shading on the leather on the top as well.
I just want the sash. That's all I see. I just really want it.
It's so beautiful. Baron Dragonborn, last session of the year, and for all the campaigns, right? Also amazing art. Yes.
Yep.
Also amazing art. That is very true. Yes, Baron Dragonborn, this is it. This is the end of 2021 for Phoenix Iwaki, and I am very happy to spend it with these lovely two people right here, and all of you. All the others, they suck. Don't tell them, but they suck so bad. No, it's not true. They've all had their various endings.
Oh no. Oh no. What does this mean for us?
I've had fun. I've had fun with my various cliffhangers at the end of
That
the
isn't comforting.
end of the year. Anyone who joined us for Out of the Abyss earlier today for me, yesterday for North America, whew, that was a way to end. Poor Samantha. Her first play of D&D. I don't think she'll ever be the same again. I got this vicious streak when it comes to first-time players. Stephanie's
First-time
little
players,
hedge.
excuse me.
But the rest of it, yeah. But I mean, that's part of the course. In particularly, no. Yeah, it was quite the ending. do check it out. Those of you who are in our followers Discord already, those of you who followed today, thank you. The Crate Outdoors jumping in and giving us a follow just before we started there. Valexion, hello to you too.
Hello.
I assume that's how the apostrophe is pronounced. Hello. Welcome. Yokoso Phoenix Iwaki. Minato tanashinde yukkuri shite dozo, he said, splurging on a bit of Draconic for no particular reason. Another reason, maybe, to stick around till the end of the session. Okay. Just a little Draconic in the mix. What was it my tweet said? Putting the dragons back in D&D? Anyway, let us
I'm sure they're
continue.
related.
I'm just. Well, it was the tweet for this stream. It's fine. Now, I'm sorry. As beautiful as this art is, she is scaring the locals. So sorry, Esmeralda.
Dazzling beauty.
Guild Superior. Thank you so much for that subscription, you beautiful bearded bastards. I'm not sure which of the beautiful bearded bastards that is, but thank you, regardless. Look at our little emotes. We share an emote artist, and they go so well together. As
Cute.
various boardroom business types would say, we have synergy. Guild Superior, we have synergy. Okay, right. Thank you, everyone. Yes, do everyone check out Aya on Twitter. I needed to make a command for her as well. How rude of me. And these beloved emotes of ours. I used them in another stream, and one of the players that was on camera was like, I need those emotes right now, and she came over and followed and subscribed to the channel while she was playing on the other channel.
Wow.
Emote besties. Absolutely,
order.
my friends. Absolutely, my friends. Also, everyone do stay tuned to exciting things in the new year, as at some point in the not too distant future, the wonderful folks from Guild Superior will be joining us for some one-shot roulette madness. Speaking of one-shot roulette madness, excuse me, minor malfunction. Where did you get the High Dragon Guild Superior? Yeah, that's a beautiful one, isn't it? That's their own. That's their emote, Baron Dragonborn. I recommend it thoroughly. They have various dragon-focused emotes. Now, as we are jumping into things here, yes, speaking of one-shot roulette, you may notice on our friend Edgar's mushroom hat there, a wee fella, little wee campristry fella, by the name of Sporlax. Those of you who are generous enough to join us and happy and lucky enough to join us for our fabulous one-shot roulette on Saturday or Friday evening, depending where we are in the world, will have noticed that it became, from about halfway through, Sporlax's backstory. And that was not intended to be that, but it is how it ended up. It became Sporlax's backstory, and also with ties into the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign that our friends Stephanie, Colby, and DM Charlie are playing in, and we'll be joined by the beautiful, beautiful Scarlet from the College of Inspiration as of the new year, as they get through that Fey crossing and into the Feywild. Now, that little fella Sporlax there, yes, that was the wonderful one-shot roulette we had on Saturday, Friday with the incredible Quincy's Tavern of TikTok fame and other places. But anyway, yes, enough of wonderful guests of yesteryear. Let us look forward to sessions of today and wonderful guests of future times, as we will be spreading some interesting news towards the end of our session here. Now, before I go on any further, I need to say a hi hello to these lovely people here, but let us quickly remind them what is going on in the lands of Barovia, in this beautiful vale between the mountains, snow-capped as they are, such as our mountains around here in Fukushima. They were exploring through the upper floor of the Wizard of Wine's vineyard, and as they were doing so, a mysterious wizard, Yane, materialized in the corridor, right in front of Edgar, which is pretty good. He's probably the most diplomatic of the bunch. and it's just like, oh, new friend, hello. Sporlax was very, very suspicious, but this new wizard seemed to be equipped with the means to transport through the mists of Barovia and of the domains of Dread, and was very curious to have joined the group here. And as they wandered around and investigated the building, as they were trying to drive out the evil druids of Yesterhill who had taken over and driven out the poor Martikov family, they also discovered that the wine vats had been poisoned, as our blood hunter Xenicus had noticed. Now, after they explored the upper floors, they made their way down. Hey, Snail! They made their way down to the basement, where they found one more lingering druidic force there, with their nasty vine blights lurking amongst the wine wrecks. They were defeated and driven off, and Edgar and Asara were investigating a secret tunnel that they had discovered in the wine cellar there. Meanwhile, Xenicus, talking with this wizard Iane about their research, learned that they were fairly knowledgeable about lycanthropy, and they had twigged just what was wrong with Asara and knew the very rare type of lycanthropy that she is afflicted with. And they thought that if they were able to do the research together, if they were able to figure out what needs to be done, they could cure Asara, where clerical magics and divine intervention has not been able to. Edgar, wisely, sent his plant zombie thing off down the corridor ahead of himself, and as the zombie lurched and shambled along, there was a strange growth on the walls which seemed to flash freeze this poor zombie, and it crunched to the ground. Lifeless? Unlifeless? I'm not sure. Anyway, yes. And anyway, it was done and done. And so Edgar decided, cold. I shall drive it back with fire. And brandishing his flaming torch, was it a spell? A spell, yes. The fire brandished for him, he went down the corridor. Back, foul growth. The problem with brown mold, everyone, is that it needs heat. It seeks heat. It desires it. It wants it. and the brown mold surged along the walls of the corridor, and Edgar was subjected to its freezing attack and influence, and barely survived until Asara, our drow friend, yanked him out and away from danger. Now, speaking of Asara, I shouldn't have her lurking off in the side. Here she is. She's here. There she is. Hello, you. Now, don't be nice to the people. Don't turn your back on them. Come on. Boop. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to have her judging you from the side here. Asara dismissed. Okay, so as you, Asara pulled Edgar out of danger's way, and they collapsed back into the main part of the wine cellar. Now, as they did so, Xenicus and Yane had continued this conversation about perhaps being able to cure Asara's lycanthropy, and Yane tinkered with the device that he'd used and managed to make it able to transport not just himself, but 2 people through the mists. And Xenicus, almost with a regretful look, turned to Edgar, Asara, and said that he needed to do this. He needed to try and find a way. And Asara said, don't you do this on my blah, 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 blah. And there were words had. But there was no convincing Xenicus otherwise. And this mysterious wizard activated the device, and along with Xenicus, winked out of view and teleported beyond the mists of Ravenloft. At which point, Esmeralda, who we shall say was out at the bottom of the stairs, looking up, making sure no other beasties were still lurking in the upper floors, and we're going to sneak up behind them, spins into the room, looking somewhat more fabulous than normal for some reason. Is that a new sash?
It is. I tore off a dead body. The color suited.
As we greet our lovely players here and jump back into things, who are you playing, and where are they at the moment? Edgar.
Hello, everyone. I am Edgar Phelan, the Mapak Druid, Spore Druid, to be more specific. If you can tell from all the mushroom related.
Pretty on brand.
Yeah. And currently, as Xenicus departed the group, Edgar is more so a little more worried about the bigger picture mission at stake. So he doesn't seem too bothered. And it's curious where Asara stomped off to. I was like, what the heck? But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Esmeralda.
Hello, my name is Maren. I am playing Esmeralda, who is now apparently canonically good at stealing sashes off dead bodies. But it's great, so it's fine. Where is she at right now? I'm not sure how much of this conversation that she missed, so I'm not sure she's aware that Xenicus is left, or he's just like down the hall somewhere. She has a strange case of amnesia. She doesn't quite remember what happened in the fight, but she's glad she's still alive.
Indeed. So I'm just making your art bigger because it's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. And yes, as you spin into the room, Esmeralda, confused at the slight commotion that happens, Asara just kind of like stomps past you and is like, stupid boy.
Asara?
And she's just like off,
What's that about?
kicking some of the broken wine bottles and things on the floor. Edgar, you find yourself between a rock and a hard-ass woman. Esmeralda.
It's me. I'm hard-ass. just happened?
Well,
And where's Enikus?
Well, the simple answer is Enikus has left for now, who knows how long until.
I feel like that's not a simple answer. What's the complicated answer?
Well, he got caught up in his strong emotions to cure the lycanthropy of the Sara. And so he found an opportunity with a wizard who he came across.
Esmeralda met yeah.
I did, okay.
Yeah, you met him up above, yeah.
Okay. That wizard?
Yes.
Well, we just met.
Indeed. Well,
And that's why Sarah's angry.
yes, as Sarah didn't want Enikus to leave. She didn't agree with it. And now she's caught up in her very strong emotions.
I see. Well, looks like it's just you and me for now.
It would seem that way, Esmeralda.
Right.
There is much to be done.
No kidding. Right. So, sorry, did we find what you were looking for last week? Are we still looking for something?
So, well, from what we've learned here, the Druids of Yester Hill, they are aware of a certain vampiric tree called the Gothias tree. So while there is that bead we still need to restore the sights for the Lady of the Fangs, I really recommend we take care of the Gothias tree as well.
Where is it?
I am unaware currently.
I think Edgar would assume it's at their home, this Yester Hill spot.
But I do believe there is a strong possibility it is over at Yester Hill.
That makes sense. Right, well, I suppose that's where we should go next then, but we can't go without Asara. She seems to be not perhaps in the best of moods at this moment.
I'm fine. Nah.
Not in the best of moods. Well, is there anything else we can do around here then?
Welcome little friends out there that they're welcome back in their home.
Yes, definitely. I think that would be very welcome news. Shall we?
But of course. And so we'll head upstairs and to the front.
Yeah, I'll just grab you and transport you up there.
Yep.
Let's see.
So many dead bodies, goodness.
Yeah.
Just noticed.
There's quite a few beasties here. Okay, so yeah, you find yourselves back at the entrance on the north side of the winery here. And as you step outside, Edgar, you kind of look towards the tree line in the north and raise a paw, and you hear a low whistle off behind the trunks of the edge of the forest, and the Martikov family emerge from a few different points that spread out to create a bit of a perimeter, and starts to make their way towards the entrance there. And as they do so, they are Sorry, I put you. I put you on too far up there. You're flying outside the second floor there. Sorry.
Wee.
No. Get back down here.
I mean, I'm okay. It's okay. You can let us fly.
Okay, there we go. Ah, giant spider. It's dead. Don't worry.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah.
This is one of Edgar's spiders.
This help. There you go.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
No, this is one of the strange. Actually, Edgar, you're probably quite fascinated by it when you're waiting for the Marticos to come over because it's got all the vines like growing out of it and like growing around it, and it was clearly being controlled by some kind of plant form.
Life. It's a beautiful thing.
And as you're waiting there, the Martikovs make their way across, and you can see as they're moving through the vineyards, they're kind of looking at the leaves and like sucking through their teeth, and they look very, very worried about the state of the vineyard. Excuse me. The vines in the vineyard, and they come over to you, and the old grandfather, the patriarch of the family, comes over to you. Let me try and grab some names again. Make sure I got this right. There we go. So yes, Davian, the older, the father of those that you'd met in the tavern in town, comes over and he's like, "My friends, is it done? Is the winery ours once more?"
Yes, it's clear. Sorry about the vines. We did what we could.
Oh, no, this was not a result of today's happenings. The
Try not to
vineyard.
make it worse.
The vineyard has been dying. And he stomps past you and like slams the door open into the office there by Edgar and just goes inside. And the Erwin, the husband from the tavern in town, Erwin comes over and he's like, I'm afraid, yes, it's going to take more than reclaiming the building for this to continue working. Had you not wondered how we were able to cultivate grapes in a place such as this?
It did seem like a strange climate, not going to lie. Still, there are surely stranger things than grapes in this particular part of the world.
That's maybe, but we were blessed. Rather, my family was blessed decades ago. And we were given some objects of power. Objects that were able to grant vitality to plant life. We used them to make this place fertile, to produce all of our grapes, until that hag stole them away.
Hag, you say?
There is a place near here, a desolate, ruined place. Strahd, when he was in his heyday, flooded the river and destroyed a town for some transgression. I do not know about the details, but it is now the home of a vicious hag. One of the Count's biggest fans. And she is the one who stole away us with a cruel vendetta against our kind. And he produces a few feathers around his neck. Although, that said, recently, some of our friends who we thought captured by her returned to us. It was a joyous day in these dark times. Although thanks to you and your friends, Esmeralda, getting better. Without
We find you where we can.
his influence lurking over us all.
Well, less than a few more, at the very least. We're doing what we can with the rest.
Please, if you are able to take on the Count himself, surely you can deal with his old doting nursing maid. Please, we need those artifacts. They belong to my family. They belong to this ground. We need them to grow the grapes. We need to produce the wine once more. We need to give it to the people. It's all that sees them through. It's all that will keep them going until this place is rescued properly.
Well, far be it from us to deny the people their wine. What do these artifacts look like exactly?
They are green jewels, emerald in color. 3 of them.
Let's see. And you're sure this hag took them?
Yes.
What else can you tell us about her?
She is powerful. But the stories say such creatures are more powerful in groups of 3. As far as I am aware, she is all alone. Without sisters, as they strangely call themselves.
Let's hope what you hear is true. Does this hag have a name?
Baba Lysaga.
I see.
You know the name?
You might say so. You have some history.
How is that?
Check my notes. Oh,
There's one very key factor I want you to remember.
the sister.
No.
We didn't kill her.
No, you didn't kill her, but no, there's something very important to these people in particular.
She likes creepy dolls.
There it is. You got it. Nail on the head. No.
Laura Stonehart, does she bathe in the blood of old ladies?
No.
Am I getting closer?
I love how we went in 3 different directions with the answers.
I'm trying. I don't think I wrote it down.
You have one of those gems.
Oh. Oh, you mean one of these? Do I have it? Who has it?
You do. You the one you took it from under. You know, that was what was animating her house. Remember the green gem
I
that you
didn't
took
write that
from
down in my thing.
under the crib, under the baby's crib.
I'd not put that in my inventory. I'll do that now.
Well, it depends. Are you going to keep it or are you going to give it back?
Well, that's true. It wasn't in my inventory. Now it will never be in my inventory because it's like, oh, flourish without wrapping into my wires. Flourish, oh.
His eyes just go wide. Oh, gracious. That is one of them. Did you take it from the witch?
Yes. We didn't quite kill her, but we at least managed to disable her house, you might say, and cause some other problems for her, I think. She doesn't take kindly to us, I believe, but, well, let's just say there's at least a chance we can take her out this time. We were very close before.
Well, I am certain the next time that you cross paths with her, she will meet a grisly end. Father!
That's the intention.
Father! And he thanks you profusely and takes the crystal inside. And you just hear a excited conversation happening.
For some reason in my head they're very Italian. They're just like gesturing wildly.
And just drop things down a bit here. As you are there, one of the younger members of the family, Elvire, let's see, how old is he? Oh no, he's another adult. Sorry, no, it won't be him. Okay. A very young boy who you was introduced to when you first met them in the edge of the tree line there, called Vigo. Vigo comes over, and he looks very serious for such a young lad, and he just comes over and he's like, "Please, Vistana, and you, one of the old folk, yes? These crystals, they're not only the lifeblood of the soil, they are the lifeblood of my family. Please, return the other two to us, or all is lost. We need them. Without them, everything is done. This place, that's been in our family for generations, will be gone."
Your lives are tied to these gems. Who gave you this blessing?
Good question.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I remind myself.
Who is it?
Well,
He sits down comfortably, takes his time, pulls out a pipe.
let's see here. Okay, yes, like they are creations of one of our greatest ancestors. He who created this place. Father makes us study the history every night. Please, I don't want to study it anymore. Bring the gems back.
I'm instantly convinced. Gotcha, kid. No more studying for you.
I just want to go and play with my Nintendo Switch. Nintendo.
Just the kind of whip in the
Nintendo
corner.
Switch. It's SVI.
Yes, of course.
Sorry.
A switch.
Channeling my own children for a second there.
My flat screen Modron.
Touchpad.
Hubert comes over. You called.
So it's rocking back on its heels. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Anyway, sorry. And the father of this child comes. He's like, yes, thank you, Vigo. We are back in the house now. Your lessons shall resume tonight. He's like,
So ominous.
It's like, stupid adventures. Letting us back in our house, making me have to study again.
Sorry for saving your family.
And the father tells you that yes, this whole vineyard was founded by a mage, whose name is lost to history, but they apparently fashioned these magical gems. Each one, they're about the size of a pine cone, and they gave the land its vitality and able to produce these sweet, plump grapes, even with Strahd's influence over the land. But it was, let's see here, yes, 10 years ago, he says, one of these gems was dug up and stolen, and they were unable to produce their best vintage, the champagne that is much loved throughout the valley, Champagne de la Stompe.
I found out the other day that champagne was created by accident. It used to be called the devil's wine because the bottles exploded sometimes.
Nice.
Fun fact.
That's very cool.
Massive problem though if your entire stock suddenly explodes in a carbon dioxide chain reaction. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, that was a complete tangent.
The other, more slightly unfortunate fact is that all the champagne houses are now buying vast swaths of land in South England, as soon that will be the
planning for the
perfect.
future.
Yes, that will be the perfect climate to grow champagne grapes, as opposed to France.
What a
Unfortunately.
weird problem.
Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, then yes, and that's, he says the loss of that first crystal is what caused the falling out between Davian and Erwin, and that's why he left and went to the village and made the tavern, because he was supposed to be on watch when the gem was stolen that night. And Owen denies that he was shirking his duties to this day. And then, yes, Baba Lysaga's scarecrows were constantly attacking the vineyard, and it was during one of those attacks that another of the gems was found, dug up, and stolen. And this is probably the one that has returned to them. And he says that actually just 5 days ago, the third and final one was stolen by the druids and taken off to Yester Hill. And when the were-ravens launched a counterattack in trying to get it back, that's when the druids rose up and drove them out of the winery.
So the gems we're looking for are not with Baba Lysaga then, they're with the druids.
The others, yes. The druids have won. And as for that first one 10 years ago, we do not know.
Very strange.
But at least, with the return of at least this one, we can start to revitalize the soil. And we can stave off the death of the vines. But it will be some time before we can produce as much as we once did.
Well, let us know if you have any leads at any point. We might be able to help.
We will. And as you know, we are also the keepers of the feather.
Yes.
We are hard at work, even with Strahd gone. His beasts and minions are still very strong. His lieutenants are everywhere. Marin.
And I need for support.
One of your characters, Marin, is one of them.
Yes, she is. She's causing mischief, and I cannot wait. Well, Ez is not aware of this, but I'm excited to see what she's been doing. I'm sure it's great.
Yes. Rubblejack, Spelliger, welcome. Yes, Spelliger, this is the last session before Christmas. We're going to take a wee break over the holidays, but we'll be back before you know it. And we have some exciting news about the future, so do stick around and enjoy later on. Now, I'm trying to remember which of them he was, which of those it was again. Yes, Elvir, he's Erwin's younger brother, the younger son of Davian, who's talking to you. Elvir says, so, where to next for you?
What do you know about the Gozai's tree? Have you ever heard of such a thing?
No, never.
Don't worry about it. Just a thought. Seems like we're going to Yester Hill.
Is it a special tree?
Not right, Edgar.
That's correct. And a special tree, you could say, yes.
Well, it is the druids that took our last gem. If you are able to, please get it back for us.
Well, it seems like we're heading that way. Now that I know what they look like, I think perhaps we can help.
Yes. When it catches our eye, we'll grab it immediately.
Tell me something.
Sorry, Edgar, just as this is happening, this conversation is happening, just you, in your mind, you hear a voice. Just in your head. Esmeralda, you don't hear it.
I also await you at Yester Hill, Druid. Come that we may reunite you with the tools you need to cleanse this land. our land. You will take it back for us.
And Sporlax is like, he was sleeping up in his little divot on your hat, and he's just like, what the fuck was that? Yeah.
I was going to respond to him, but let him sleep.
Meanwhile, Esmeralda, what were you saying to Elvire?
I want to know more about these gems because, I mean, they're saying that they are the lifeblood of the family and the soil, but the one that I found is powering a house.
Oh. Little Vigo was just meaning that it is our means of living here. It is how we create our wines. It is our entire family's legacy. Not literally the lifeblood of us as people.
Well, that's a relief. At the very least. No, I was wondering perhaps what they can be used for. It might help us to find them. If it is used as a power source, or there's something else that it could do that could lead us to find it.
I'm afraid I'm not very well versed in their creation, or just merely that they were used to grow the plants. So,
right.
And you say one was inside a walking tree?
Yes.
So it seems that they are able to give life. Maybe here in the vineyards, spread out through so many plants, the effects are weaker, but if focused on one entity...
One tree, perhaps.
Your Mapak friend looks excited.
Sorry, I'm just
the
pieces are clicking for me.
Got it. Okay, so please, what were you thinking? You pop up in the back there?
Yes, they could in fact be using one of those gems to keep that Gothias tree to life.
You wouldn't know until we get there, but it could be a good bet.
So I was like, well, I don't know what they're doing, but a combination of a gem that brings plants to life and a vampiric tree does not sound like something we want to hang around and see what happens.
Not particularly. Long term anyways. But when we took the gem out of the house, it stopped moving, so we found some way to get the gem out of the tree. If that is what it is, then that might at least shorten our problems.
And you did see that army just one simple staff from that tree could produce and control.
The Magikov boy comes and he says, are you injured? Do you need rest?
Am I injured? I'm great. I have 10 HP.
Let's go. How are you doing?
I may need some rest, but if we need to make haste, I will be fine.
How are you doing, Asara? I can't actually see the thingy at the moment, the overlay.
Not too bad.
Enough to take on a giant tree?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Depends. That tree of Babalai sagas could pack a punch.
As I recall, I took the worst of it. Several times.
Yes. I mean, we could go back to Argynvostholt, rest the night, go in the morning.
Might be wise. Yes, especially if Seneca is gone and we're one person down. 2. Vanta busy. Let's rest and plan. In that case.
Maybe better than charging in.
I think
But
so.
of course,
She turns to the Martikov boy and he's like, you send a raven to Argynvostholt if anything happens. Dark wings, dark words indeed. I heard that somewhere once.
As always.
Somewhere. And the Matikov, the son, is like, yes, we will be vigilant, as my brother was supposed to be. I believe him.
Vigilance.
I believe him, not his father. Our father.
His father, not mine. I don't associate with that.
Our father, who art in his cups. Drunkard be his name. Okay. And they go about getting themselves back in and settle it into the Herculean task of cleaning all of the destroyed twig blights.
Oh,
it's just leaf matter and twigs everywhere.
The splinters.
As they go back to getting themselves sorted. So, are you planning to go back to the manor? Okie doke. So, you say your goodbyes, and the Machikovs thank you profusely again, and promise to keep an eye for anything approaching from Yesterhill. And you make your way back to the edge of the vineyard, where your very obedient spectral horses.
They're very well trained.
Very. And the wagon awaits you. And let's go back to the map as a whole. So, sorry, folks, this takes a while to get some clarity. Zoom out, it might help a little. At least the names are coming to view right away. Does it not have the Wizard of Wines and things on there? No, it doesn't. Okay, anyway, so yes, you guys are here at the Wizard of Wines. Sorry, everyone, for it being so blurry. It's been at the wine as well. And you are wanting to make your way over here to that spot there. Thank you, Robotix. And as I finish gulping that back, excuse me. Hello, Frosties. How you doing?
Hello, friends.
Winter's Tales. We see Mike Bluff. We see Omi. We see AJ. Welcome, everybody. I hope that you had a fabulous session. Right, indeed, Baron. Yes, folks. If you got 'em, let 'em fly. Welcome, Raiders. We are in Barovia. They have just liberated the Wizard of Wines and are heading back to their base of operations at the Argon Vostholt Manor that they have also claimed for themselves. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you had a fantastic session. Everyone, if you are not already, why are you not following Winter's Tales? You crazy people. Get over there and do that ASAP. In a different tab, please. Yes, they have got their channel up and running this month, and in fine form. Lots of fantastic world building and games, and lots of our friends going over there. You can see lots of familiar faces coming on by. They have been doing Dungeons and Dragons. I had an inkling.
Amazing.
I had an inkling. I hope you had a really good time, everybody, and welcome. We're just about halfway through. Going to be playing for about another hour or so. Our final session of the year. This is it. This is where it all ends. We have some exciting reveals coming up, both in story and out of story. So stick around for that. I hope you are all well and looking forward to the holidays, however you celebrate them. Okay, now, as we are making your way along, we don't do this enough. As you're traveling through the wilds of the Svarlik woods, I think a little encounter check is in order.
Okay, what do we do?
Okay. See, that shows how little we actually do. It's like, oh, what do we do?
Tell me, what is an encounter, John?
Random encounter. Okay. So, please, if you would be so kind, roll me a D20. Look at this. Let me quote the module to you, and this is maybe a little insight into why I don't do this. Check for a random encounter every 30 minutes the adventurers are on the road.
Oh my lord.
It's like
a very busy place, apparently, Barovia.
Never get anything done. You just be bogged down in random encounters the whole time.
Yeah. Oh god. I got a 16, by the way.
A 16. Thank you very much.
16 dragons come down from the sky. Firebomb the wagon.
Okay, this is good. This is good.
For you or for us?
Okay, so that means that we've got. Thank you, Roveljax. We have rolls in chat as well.
Oh, we do. Thank you. So
Actually,
many encounters all at the same time.
Roveljax, I'm going to use your number. It was supposed to be a D6, not a D20, but that is a number that exists on a D6, so I'm going to stick with it. Okay, so yes, you are making along the roads through the Svalek Woods back towards Aragon Vostholt. Just the three of you, right? Yeah, it's just the three of you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Strangely empty. Is there any small flying children in the wagon or
no entourage?
Traumatized cat ladies.
And as you do that, let's see here. How's our passive perceptions? Edgar failed. There's always one, folks. One of your party members will have ridiculous passive perception at all times. No worries, Roveljax. You're welcome. It's nice to have you.
Yeah, we're doing great. Rolled number that I did not.
Yeah. Yeah, Omi, right? That is a lot of random encounters. Traumatized cat ladies for the weird. What? What did I miss?
Hello.
Did you say something?
I mentioned her.
Oh, yes, of
wagon.
Course. Of course. She's doing okay. She's doing okay. Just getting her sass back, which is a good sign. A good sign. Okay, so yeah, you are rolling on by here. You make it down to the junction where the road becomes a bit more sorted and together with itself as it goes off towards the west, towards Krisk, and that ominous abbey looming up on the top of the hill. But you swing east, passing the road that points up towards the mountains of the south, far, far away, and onwards towards the next junction. You briefly kind of look to the left, remembering fondly the Wizard's Tower on Lake Baratok as you go past that section. Let's zoom in a bit here.
I have to zoom in and look around for Follow River, and I think,
John,
this
you're
would be a good place for a DM.
Look at me, what a pro DM I am. Let's zoom in and show the people at home where we're talking about. He does it on his own version of Roll20, not the player's view. There we are, everybody. Okay, so yes, our players have just passed the turnoff to Lake Baratok there, and they are around about here when Edgar's spidey senses, mushroom senses. I think it's probably Sporlax again. Says, Boss. Nasties. Boss. Nasties.
Yes. Sporlax.
The trees.
Yes.
No. The canopy. And... oh, where was it? I have it somewhere. I forgot where I put it. Is it
John,
here?
take a drink while you're thinking. And to hydrate.
Drink. We had a couple of hydrates in chat, so yes, please. Fulfill them for me. It's not that. Oh, damn it. Where did I put it? Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Excuse me, everybody. Is it one of these sets? I could just do the search, the very nice Sirenscape search function, which would help me find it much faster. Hang on. Which I won't think.
Esmeralda.
I found it! This, Edgar, please.
Draw your blade.
Shing. And the other one too. Shing. The other one, shing.
And there is a whooshing and snarling sound.
Whooshing and snarling.
Descending from above the canopy. Edgar, you get your first introduction to airwolves. There are, unfortunately, some of Krieg's fellow Aarakocra were also turned by the werewolves of Barovia, and we have Aarakocra werewolf hybrids that are a bit of a problem.
Welcome!
Esmeralda's favourite. There is a reason Esmeralda is a regal.
My favorite. My absolute favorite.
Yes,
I'm up
Esmeralda.
for blood.
Esmeralda version 1.0.
Yeah, the one that had the brown eyes still.
Yes, we're going full theatre of the mind here, folks. So do not worry
I don't think
about
I know my ads changed
that.
color yet. It has to come up. Anyway.
So let me just quickly drop you on the map here, so we can get you in the turn order, at least. Esmeralda and Asara. Flying wolves. See, Nerdle Niffler gets it. They have followed us for the mere mention of airwolves. Welcome in, Nerdly Niffler. Yes, that's what I'm going with. Okay, okay. So yes, it was about a chopper. You're right. Surely there aren't other people here old enough to remember. I thought it was just me. Okay. Why is Asara so big? Sod it.
Sorry.
Jumbo Asara.
I don't think I have large reduce.
Never mind. Oh, I know. I could just do this. So you're equally big. Ha. There we go. Okay. So yes, the three of you on the top of the wagon here in the seating box, and I think Asara's like on the top of the roof, with the two of you on the front seat, are concerned by the approach of these flying werewolves. As you would be.
Concerned. Oh.
Is that what
could
you
be a
rolled,
problem.
Esmeralda, already?
A 14 for initiative, yeah.
Yeah. Why is that already in there? How very prepared of you.
Because she's a pro.
Apparently. Asara is getting a natural one. Sorry, Stephanie.
Oh.
That's why you need to come and do it for yourself, because I
I'm
can't.
still
so
angry.
apparently- Oh, and Edgar with a 5. Asara with a 6.
You guys. You guys.
Well,
As the werewolves, where are our werewolves? Werewolves.
I'm now calling the Untitled Underworld because
Yeah, right.
Underworld.
God, there are so many damn monsters in here. It's difficult to get around there. Okay, just they come flapping down.
No, just take some of them out. It's okay.
Oh, not you two. Why are you two there? Go away. No. Copy. Sorry, everybody. So yes.
Yes, do
Esmeralda,
keep on copy. I'm sure it's fine.
Esmeralda, think about your turn, because of the players, you'll be first. We'll see. Maybe the werewolves will be, but we shall see.
Okay.
As they are flying in to attack these
Noted.
3 witless travellers on the road. There they are. Get them. Actually, they wouldn't have Barovian accents, would they? They're a cocker. There they are. Get them. Growl. There you go. All right. Werewolf. Character sheet. And initiative. Okay, continue to think about that, Esmeralda, as they are going first.
I will think very carefully.
Okay, so one of them is going to swoop in on each of you as they come just breaking through the branches. You see the cracking and snapping of wood as they come swooping down on the cart. The horses, I suppose it is a bonus that they are disadvantage on the D. I already have it, Robblejax. Now I have 2.
Double.
Grr.
Thank you.
Okay. These wolves come just crashing through the branches almost recklessly, like kind of tearing some of their feathers and things off as they just come barreling down from the sky above, because the music's so epic and that's just how they need to attack. And they just come flying down towards you.
Fair enough.
And with disadvantage, chat.
Yay!
Robblejax. I'm gonna use 1 disadvantage on each of you, so I shall spread out that there. They come and they lash at you with their claws and try to bite you.
Okay, then. It's a problem.
Yes, the first one tries to bite Edgar with disadvantage. Boop. 8. That's a miss, I assume, Edgar?
Oh yes, very, very much. Yes.
Okay, good. So yes, they fail to. You manage to kind of like thrust your staff up and hold them off, and they do not manage to bite into you. I did turn off the voice mod, didn't I? Yes, okay. just growling at it this whole time. Do tell me if I ever forget to do that. And then the other one, and then lashes out with its claws as well. A 6. So no, it clearly misjudged how fast it was coming in. It's like too fast. It's like,
As it crashes to the ground, I think it should crash to the ground at this point. It's close enough to the ground. Or like smashed into it or something. Lots of physics demand it.
Tell you what, I need to.
They'll
give
die.
it
I knew it.
its proper AC here for starters. Hang on, as it's in hybrid form. Woo, indeed. And the one that is attacking Edgar takes 1 bludgeoning damage as it smacks into the carriage. Rocks violently. And then... Oh, I need to order these in order here. Boom. Okay. And then the claws also miss as it scrabbles for purchase, trying to stop falling off the top of the wagon, flapping its wings again. And then the one is going to go for you, Esmeralda. It tries to bite with disadvantage. 16.
Misses.
And then
Ha!
the other one was a 21. So
Wait.
thank Roveljax for that.
As it misses, I'd like to use my reaction to do a riposte, and I'm going to use my security dice to make a melee weapon attack against it.
Go for it.
Yes.
Everyone, imagine, if you will, as the carriage is barreling along this wooded, muddy road, these werewolves have swooped in from the sky, beaks curled back with teeth gnashing. I've never quite visualized what these actually look like. As they smash through the branches, Esmeralda leaps up onto the seat with the reins in one hand and a flashing blade in the other.
Her newly acquired sash flailing in the wind.
Flailing in the wind. Go for them.
I forget, does silver work against these ones or not? I feel like I remember from last time that Marin doesn't.
Well, Esmeralda would know anyway. Yes, if they're silver, then there's no minus.
Oh, there's no minus. So it doesn't make a difference?
No, I mean, if they weren't silver, they wouldn't cause as much damage as you would like.
Well, what about my +1 rapier?
Magic swords. Yeah, and magic swords are fine. Yeah.
Then I'll use my rapier.
Okay.
Ja. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Yay. So it's going to do this. Plus, it's also going to do 1 more d8 because I'm using my riposte. So it's going to do 14 piercing damage.
Oof. Okay, so yeah, using the momentum of it as it comes down, you just like thrust up.
Yeah.
What was it you said the last time you were attacked by these wolves on a galloping carriage? You're like boop, through the
As
skull.
I always need to do. Yes.
Like that?
Pretty much.
So, yeah, 14 damage as this poor thing semi-impales itself.
It's not a poor thing. You just tried to attack my wagon and bite my friend, and also myself.
Wild animal, just doing what it does naturally in its natural environment. I'm just frantically beats its wings trying to get away. Okay.
I refuse to set this.
And finally, Asara, who it doesn't matter if she gets bitten, to be fair. Just saying.
Barbecue's open, guys.
Actually, let me do her on the token so I can get this easily done here. So she has AC is 16 and her current is 59.
Does it replace the current lycanthropy that she has with the new lycanthropy, or does she grow wings or something? I feel like she should.
The wings aren't from the lycanthropy.
They should be.
The bite does hit. So that is 6 piercing damage as she grunts, not again! And then it goes for the claws. Stephanie's going to be so mad. Misses with the claws, it's okay. Okay, Esmeralda, have at him. You badass Vistani. Actually, there is a Vistani in this battle. Do we want the Vistani battle music?
Well, yes. Of course we do.
Right?
Not even a question.
I'll leave all the sound effects going, because that's also
Yay!
Okay. Not... I was choking on something.
On my skewering rapier.
Apparently. Rawr, 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 rawr. Okay. Where did I put it? I lost it. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Awoo! Vistani battle. Please do continue, Esmeralda.
Oh no, that was just my reaction. And this is my turn.
Yes,
now?
your turn. It is your turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought they were still attacking. How many of them are there?
Edgar, you're up next. There's 3.
Yes.
3 of them. Let me take a look.
Is it this one?
It's very large. Oh, they aren't even all lined up me. That's very rude. Okay,
Yes,
well, I'm gonna
found
just
it.
go. Yay. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to just go straight up.
Let me just
and
narrate
attack.
for a moment with the music because I know it's about to kick in.
Please.
Okay, so as these winged werewolves are spiraling around the wagon as it clatters along the streets there, Esmeralda leaps to the bench seat, flashing out her sword, and battle is joined. Go for it.
Yep. Okay, great. I'm going to go straight for the one that just tried to bite me, and I'm very pissed. I'm going to go first off with my rapier. Does a dirty 20 hit? Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes, Rumblejack's Vistani battle music. An old favourite on the channel here. Yeah, boy! As always said, Hans isn't even here, and I let one loose. in Hans's honour. You missed this last time, Mason, so you're welcome.
It's so good.
So good.
Okay, so let's let me know exactly how it goes. So the rapier attack, I assume, hits. That's 12 piercing. How's it looking? Is it still up?
12
Is it
piercing on the
yellow?
ones in front of you.
Yep.
Let's have a quick see here. Sorry, I was just a little busy with the music.
Understandable. So
it
good.
is not blooded yet, no, I'm afraid not.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go with it with my firebolt, which is 19 to hit, and I'm going to do 13 fire damage.
Nice. So, whoosh, whoosh. Sirenscape also has not only cool music that I put in it, but also fire spells. Go. Whoosh. Kaboom. Okay. Yes. Ow! 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 Ow!
Ow!
And squawk. A woo squawk. It is bloody now.
Excellent. And then I am also going to use my second attack after that combo with the two weapon fighting thing to attack with my silver short sword. Just 26 to hit. So that's going to be an additional 8 piercing.
I guess at this stage of the game, it's not too bad to do all those random encounters because you just plow through. What was the damage?
That was 8 piercing, so a total of 25, 33.
Okay, in one round, it went from fine to bloodied. Oh, no, and then onto its last legs.
Oh, so close, so close.
Still alive though, just.
I will lock eye contact with it this entire time as I'm stabbing it. Get you.
They're playing my.
They try to bite me. No one tries to bite me anymore.
They're playing our song, Wolf Boy. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Which brings us to the fabulous Asara Bell. She's like, I've had enough of you, foul-smelling things. Your stench makes me miss Xenacus. She is going to lash out with her short sword. Boom. And 23 will hit. And the damage on that is 6 slashing damage as she cuts into that creature there. I should send an email to the band to say your music sounds even better with like werewolves howling in the background. just saying.
Yeah, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah, and she does a vicious cut across that werewolf's chest, and a gout of blood splashes onto a nearby tree. And the tree
Does the tree get lycanthropy?
absorbs the blood, which none of you see. But moving on, Edgar Fralum.
Yes, okay. So.
Hey, Justice.
Hello.
We're having a good time over here. A bit of a winged werewolf encounter, and some rather nice tunes as we're in our final session of the year. And you're feeling a little Christmassy.
Christmassy werewolf slaughters, you know.
Traditional Christmas. Yes, on Phoenix Iraqi.
So,
Pepsi.
with the music playing, Sporlax has been headbanging, you know.
This is my jam.
And so, as the spores are like coming off from an headbang, Edgar will grab one of them, and like you see him form some energy into it, and kind of like batter up style, like he'll take his staff and hit it towards one of the airwolves.
Point to the stands.
that spore has the strong energy of blight, and I need one of them to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay,
the one that's
right on you.
undamaged.
Yeah. They're all damaged, but the one in front of you is the least damaged.
Okay.
So Constitution save?
Yeah, the one that's least damage.
Con save is going to be... Boop. Only an 8.
Only an 8. Perfect. So, let me get all these out. So, it'll be a total...
Sporlax is up on top of your hat, just like wiggling his little mushroom fish. He's like, nah. He would be mooning if he could.
So, it'll be a total of 42 necrotic damage.
Holy shit.
Nice.
What does that look like?
So as you kind of, it like, first you just see the spore like kind of empowered and like light enter it, and you see kind of his skin and stuff slowly start to like wither.
Okay, yeah, so you just, and there's like a mange like takes over the feathers and he'll start kind of falling out the wings, and the fur just goes patchy and the skin starts getting drawn in across the bones, and it's just like, and that was 40 what?
40, yeah, 41 or 42 is what,
I think it's 42, yeah. Okay, so that is not on its last legs.
Okay. And then...
Not quite, Omi.
Then for bonus action, Shimmerly.
Baron, can you remember the band's name? Robojax is asking the band's name. God, what was it? It's like the Bossier Collective or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Hang on, I'll find it. I know. I should. I wasn't planning on playing it, which is why I wasn't ready to share the fantasticness with you all. I think it's the Bossier. Yes, the Bossier Collective. I shall send you in their direction, folks, as I grab their page here and stick the link in chat. And do yourself a favor, because it's fun. That was not them. That was Noah, which is a different band. But this next one should also be those fine folks. Here they are. Yes, the Bossier Collective. This is also them. All right, thank you, Edgar. Which brings us back to the Airwolves, as they two of them looking very, very bad. The other one not so much. It's just like just come flying in, their wings, talons and teeth and beaks bared back, as they try to get you all once more. I'm gonna see which of you gets that disadvantage from Apsy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Esmeralda is the benefits.
Thank you.
Not wishing to damage that new character art.
It's too pretty.
Everyone, how gorgeous is the new Esmeralda art? This is brand new, debuted today.
Emma is a legend.
I'm gonna maximize it again. Rawr, look at it, it's fantastic.
Night Esmeralda.
So good. Everyone, check out
So
Emma.
great.
Over on Twitter. Okay, now. As, yes, they come hurtling in towards you, so I'll start with yours, Esmeralda. Tries to bite you. Only a 7 with the disadvantage.
And that can use my reaction.
Yes.
Aha!
Yeah.
I don't get a chance to use these very often. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Yay! Is it still alive after 12 piercing damage?
No.
Okay, in that case, can I poke it in such a way that a part of it falls off, that is less than 5 pounds heavy?
You want, I mean, an ear?
Something slightly heavier.
Its paw?
Sure, that works.
It's like lashing out, because it was trying to like lash at you with its claws, right, which would have been its next attack. So as it tries to lash out, you just nimbly step back and just flash across, cut its paw off, and
yes, and it bleeds instantly to death. I don't know. And like as I arc around again, I decapitate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. What did I do?
Spinner. Henpeck it to death. Yes, little death by 1,000 cuts. Okay, but yes, yeah, this airwolf is no more. All right. Meanwhile, I can get rid of that pesky disadvantage. Absolutely. You're not doing yourself any favors. Let's tell players. It's a very bad idea for players to give me disadvantage. Okay, now.
I think it's a great idea. You're endearing yourself greatly.
Okay, Edgar. As that one comes snarling and flapping towards you, it tries to bite. A natural one. If you've got him, folks, let him fly. And then the claws lash out as it tries to spin away. 12?
That misses.
Okay, it tries to bite Asara. Misses, and the claws lash out and miss. Ineffectually just clawing along the side of the wagon as Esmeralda freed up from murderizing her airwolf, just
yes, I did.
Spectral horses just start galloping faster and faster through the forests. Actually, all of you give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Okay. 9. I'm sure that's enough.
18.
18. Okay. Edgar, I think you're already short enough as it is, so you're okay. Sarah is dexterous enough as these branches are just flashing by you as the horses are just barreling through, and they're kind of careening this way and that, as the combat is racketing around them and kind of impacting against the side of the wagon. And going off to the side of the track does mean there are lower hanging branches. And Esmeralda, I'm afraid you do take 1 bludgeoning damage.
It's like one of the things where you just like bend really fast and the way they're ripping down, like the branch just catches and she has a very dramatic scar on her cheek.
And that does catch you a little bit there.
I only have 3 temp HP left.
And that is the end of the werewolf's turn, unfortunately. And possibly the end of the werewolf's world. Esmeralda Davenir.
Hello, yes, it's me. I want to use catapult in the paw that I lopped off.
Yes.
Do that?
Of course.
Okay.
I was waiting for something. I thought something was going to happen sooner. It's just very, very specific requests.
Okay, so I'm going to cast it. 17 bludgeoning damage towards the werewolf that is attacking Asara. Is there any way I can do an intimidation check on this by casting this werewolf's bloodied paw of its friend at its face at high speed?
I'd say if you go for Edgar's one, which is really badly injured, yes, but not this one. This one's pretty buff still.
Okay, I'll go for Edgar's then.
Okay, so yes, you just this whole is all happening in one motion here, right? So you spin, you cut off the paw of this werewolf that was attacking you. It tumbles to the side and it just crashes off into the trees at the side of the road. The wagons are careening on a branch across your cheek, and you spin round. And before the paw has even hit the ground, you reach out and your magics grab hold of it. And with a deft flick of the wrist, it just goes careening across and slams into that werewolf over there. Do you roll to hit, or is there a save?
It's a Dex 16, I think. Let me double check.
Yeah, please.
Dex 16 saving throw.
Okay. Boop. 19. Ha 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 ha.
Well, it goes like instead.
So half damage.
It strikes the target and stops moving, so it just strikes and doesn't hurt it.
Okay.
But it's to get intimidated by the fact that it's a paw, but
it spins to you. It spins to you. It's like a duel. Very well.
Okay.
And just
in that case, I'll do my second attack.
spins around Edgar and comes over towards you, not leaving your zone, I'm afraid, Edgar.
Okay.
Sparks is like, yeah, you better run, pussy. So I'm a werewolf, not a were-cougar or something.
So can I attack then? I almost forget how this works.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Well, no, because your action was to cast a spell, yes?
Yeah, so I have two attacks for action.
Yeah, that's
but my action is to cast a spell, so that's the other thing, yeah. So I
bonus action.
Bonus action though. My bonus action I will cast Blade Song because I can, and it looks cool. I'm gonna do that now. She just stares at him and she starts like dancing on top of the wagon.
Pat draws, do not worry. No offense meant. Yes, hats off to all the hardworking cougars out there. I challenge you to a children's card game. Me.
The Junkin' Time? No, that's not cards.
Squid Game up in this place here. Okay.
Oh.
That's my other fun battle music.
I mean, I put my tarot deck, my tarot deck. I'm like, yes, cards. Would you like to play?
This is not
Tell me how you'd like to be cursed.
Yeah, quite. You all done?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Asara.
Hello!
GM Workshop, welcome in. We have some flying werewolves. We have a wagon top barrel through the woods chase, a combat going on, raiders coming on flying in. We have the fabulous Frosties from AJ Winters over here from Winter's Tales. We have the wonderful folks from GM Workshop. I hope you had yourself a spectacular session. Sit back, enjoy the music, and let's continue fighting. Okay, and Asara is spinning around with her blades flashing through the night air as you see her lash out towards that one that's in front of her there. Let's see here. Actually, no, she's gonna actually like just come up like back to back with you, Esmeralda, and she's like, here you are, Esmeralda. I would say we make this one easier to hit. And she just like, and like flourishes out with her hand, and you just see this cascade of purple sparks just go, just flying out of her outstretched fingers, and they just pepper against the werewolf and just completely cover him in small glowing lights as she casts Fairy Fire.
Oh,
and she's
cool.
like, there you go, that should do it. And she's just gonna bring her sword up and be ready to fight back against these things. All right. Cheers, GM Workshop. Yes, yeah, I hope the kids are good. Have a wonderful holidays. And as that's her done, Edgar, your turn.
Okay. My apologies. And which one did was Fairy Fire? The one that's more hurt, or
The one behind Asara to the north, I believe.
okay, got it. All right. So what I'm going to do with the Airwolf next to Esmeralda, from the spores like I've gathered from Sporelax and stuff, I then let out a gentle towards the Airwolf as with this surge of them casts blindness and deafness. So I need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. All of you lovely raiders that have jumped in to join us, welcome on in. It's lovely to have you here. If you are not already, do give us a follow, and I will shout you an invite to our followers Discord later on, and you can come and hang out and share your projects and get news before other folks do. Boom. Okay, and yes, here we are, the last of the sessions for the year, and I hope everyone's having a great time as we roll up to the holidays here. And that was a dex save, you said? Oh, Constitution. Sorry.
Constitution.
Yeah. 7.
7. He is now blinded.
Excellent.
Wow.
One is blinded and one is covered in
As the
sparkles.
spores like just gather on his face and kind of like cover his eyes.
Oh god, that sounds awful.
I'm trying to like snap at them, trying to bite them away. The one that's next to you, right? The south one?
Correct.
Okay.
Alright.
And, yep.
And yes, that'll be it for my turn.
No sits. Okay. Their turn. The one up by Asara. All lit up. All lit up with nowhere to go.
A Christmas tree.
You like a Christmas tree, hey. Goes to bite. Misses. Claws flash out. Hit for 8 slashing damage. Sorry, Asara.
She's the only one who's been bit by anything.
Shh.
Red doesn't count.
The other one is just blindly lashing out towards the two of you as it tries to bite at Esmeralda. And disadvantage because of the blindness. Only a 9. And then the claws will also go for Esmeralda. Only an 8. So just lashing around its
I'm just like
wings,
stepping slowly out of the way, like,
in the air.
careful there.
Yes, Aarakocra with lycanthropy, so airwolves, as we like to call them. Okay, and brings us to the Blades of Death that is Esmeralda de Avenir. With, for our raiders, her brand new character art. Ta-da! It's fabulous.
So happy.
Okay, go.
So good. Look at it. Right, so we're going to go for the one that's all purple sparkly because that was a present from Asara, and we're not going to ignore that. So let's go for it. We're going to do our first attack with our rapier. Ding. That's a nat 20.
Oh, good lord. If you have them, folks, do let them fly for what is hopefully the last time this year.
I mean, we'll see.
Oh.
This was fine.
Yeah, wicked, so good.
So remember, it's double the dice or double the damage?
Yeah, double the number of dice rolled.
Okay.
More clack Mathrux. More.
So that's 18 piercing.
Oof. And the one up by Asara?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're stepping away from the one that's blinded?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, you step away, and it will.
See me step away.
It will feel. It's highly acclimatized your air senses as an Aarakocra. It feels the slight shift in the air around
as the wagon is going by breakneck speed, the wind is rushing by. All right.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible.
Wow.
And 10. You're okay.
Excellent.
It's like, did you get back here? I sense you. Where'd you go? Right. That's it. Yes, so you hit that one for?
Yep. That is going to be as 18, right?
It's yes.
2d8 plus 5 that way?
Oh, so it's 18 damage. So yes. Okay.
Plus, I'm going to cast Firebolt as my thing because I can. 13, does that hit?
It does.
Yay. Okay, so that's going to be another 15 fire damage.
Okay.
And then as my last attack, last thing I can do, I'm going to go in with my silver short sword.
Everyone, this lady here is also a wizard, for God's sake.
She's perfectly legal. I built her within this parameters.
I'm well aware.
That's me 27 to hit.
Jesus. Jesus, wherever you are in the Forgotten Realms, please.
That's going to be 8 piercing.
He's not been born yet, damn it. Christmas, hurry up.
That's 8 piercing. How are we doing?
8 piercing. He is on his last legs, but still alive.
Excellent. In that case, I'm going to use my my superiority dice to do a menacing attack.
Yes.
To add another d8, and it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Noted.
Does it matter though? It's another 6 damage.
14 on the save. It's still alive.
Okay, well it fails to save, and now it's afraid of me.
I guess it is. Didn't have to roll for that, for God's sake.
Okay, now I'm done.
The DM is breaking. All of his minions are dying ingloriously. But inglorious death for the minions means a glorious victory for the players. I'm okay with that, my friends. All right. That animated patch emote is scary.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you. Asara's like, thank you, Esmeralda. Don't mind if I do. And she lunges forward, now with you at her side, so she gets her sneak attack as well.
Yes.
So lashes out with the sword. A 19 will hit. That is 5 piercing, and her sneak attack at the moment is 5d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is 10, 20. Down to 10. She's with an unmagical sword, so a total of 15 damage. This was blooded, which means it has 10 HP or less. And she just says, "Ta very much," and just plunges her short sword through the airwolf's chest, and then just reaches up with knee-length booted foot just kicks it off the wagon, and it just, you know, like in Star Wars on the Forest Moon, where the jet bike pilot just gets smacked into the tree. Yeah, it's just like impacts against the tree on the side. And, I thought it was gonna get to me. Nearly, Mary. The eyes were like just about to line up with mine, and they disappeared. I was like, almost.
I tried so hard.
And
I'd like to high five her as this happens.
as the music kicks in again, you are left with one blinded, bloodied airwolf, desperately flapping, trying to find out where on earth these violent snacks are. And
I see snacks.
Edgar Phelan, it is your turn.
All right.
Someone think of the airwolves. They have puppies. Chicks. They have chicks or puppies? I don't know.
Puppies.
As this
Chickpeas.
airwolf kind of like looking around, I like whistle like right over here, and as I swing with my shillelagh empowered staff, that's a 21 to hit.
Indeed.
It's going to be a total of. Ooh, let me make sure I get this too.
So the pause and then the
Okay.
chickpeas, exactly. Chickpeas.
Chickpeas. That's perfect.
Okay.
9000. Does the blinded
Canada.
one still have ears to hear with? For now, yes. Although, watch this place. Edgar, yes, you're saying.
That'll be a total of. Ooh, just had it up. Total of 13.
Did you roll with advantage on the attack?
Ooh, I did not. My
Blinded.
apologies. That is correct. It is still a 21 hit, so.
Okay, that'll do it. 13. Okay, it's blooded but alive.
Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it for yes. Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Then it is this werewolf, airwolf, if you will.
May he roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Does it matter?
Before he does anything
So
else.
close. So close. Somebody, please, chat.
As
Have
you
mercy.
know, these spores are a little hard to breathe in, you know? Like...
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay, alright. Yeah, you beat me today.
As it just coughs up a spore ball, like a hairball. Sporlox does it when he cleans himself. Coughs up a spore ball, and it's just like... The others shall hear of this. And starts to try flying away. Edgar, you're the only one there. You can take a attack of opportunity.
Of course, yes. Attack of opportunity. That's a 22 to hit.
Ooh.
You're lashing out with your staff.
Yep. As Edgar does like a little hop, and he's like, nope. And with 13 damage, just aerial.
Okay, so yes, Edgar just leaps off the moving carriage. We go into bullet time as the camera just pans around him. Yes, I watched the new Matrix yesterday. And the staff just comes whistling down, just, you know, lines of air pressure just coming off the back of it, and that green glow of the shillelagh powers infusing its very being. And with a sickening crunch on the back of this Aarakocra werewolf hybrid airwolf creature, there is a splash as it crashes and rolls into the puddle at the side of the road. And as the Vistani musicians disappear off into the
Where did
woods,
it come from? Amazing timing.
they're like, "Good job, everyone. We'll be at the pub." And you're left alone in the night. The Svalak woods here, and Esmeralda's like, "Let's not spend any more times out here, eh?" No worries, Zine. No spoilers here. Don't worry.
I would like to shove any remaining corpses off the top of my wagon with my foot.
Oh, they're all because you were like back to back in a ring on top of the wagon.
Okay.
So you just they just fell off to the sides. Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
You just
Now climb down back inside the wagon.
enthusiastically kick Edgar off. And say, oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Whoa!
wrong one. Got you. Play back on.
I will say this, Zine, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Have that. Okay, and yes, you consider. Yes, absolutely. Nice. You consider clattering through the woods and take that right turn, curving up through the conspiratorially hunched trees over the pathway, and find yourselves breaking out into that breezy mountain top where the large mansion, tumbled down in parts, of Argon Vostholt awaits you. And you can see something different than the other times you've been here as you spy lights, illuminations, candlelight flickering in several of the windows. And as you go into that main hall, there's that ineffectual as the broken dragon trap again tries to freeze you.
Okay.
But
Just pat it gently as I walk by on the street.
And you make your way inside, and you go into that main hallway with the various busts of the different visages that Argenvost likes to take on as a human along the sides, and you see that there are streamers and candles dotted throughout the space, and a large table that's been shifted into this room, being the largest intact room that there is. And down the end, there is a medium-sized tree that's been cut and put there, and there are streamers dangling around all of that as well. And and as you arrive there, the other Mapak and your various friends that you left there come out, and they're like, "You're back. Welcome. We're having something. We like to call it a housewarming. We thought we'd taken over the place. We thought a party might be in order, and I don't know, we just felt like decorating like this for some reason."
we nothing in our minds of what we started.
No. And
That's lovely.
Nay, little one, how splendid.
And Stella is like, "Welcome back, Azara, Esmeralda. Edgar, isn't it?
Yes, that is correct.
Please, the food will be ready shortly. Have a seat. I haven't entertained properly before. Please." But before, actually, no, what am I thinking? There's something you must see. We took the liberty of searching through the rest of the house, and you know that little smoke dragon?
Yes.
And Esmeralda, you remember there was this strange kind of smoky dragon that kind of guided you through to where the revenants were last time. It was flapping around the place, always coming back to us, then going off in a particular direction. We followed it to a section of the house that apparently you did not go to when you were here the first time.
Very possible, the large house.
Yes. Please, you have to see this. And
Of course. What did you find?
you follow Stella upstairs and through the corridors and into a room that you indeed had not explored, Esmeralda, before. And as you enter into the room, you see it's fairly Spartan, pretty, there's bare except for some, damaged and broken glass and things from the windows. But on the far wall, there is a massive frieze of, carving, like embossed carving of what you assume is Argenvost, a massive dragon curling through over the Barovian landscape. And then sat cross-legged, kneeling on pedestals aligned across the front of the carving are 4 statues. of stone. And you notice that 3 of them have been shorn off at a certain height. And there's an equivalent gouge in the carving behind them as well, as some damage in the battle that took place with Strahd and Argynvost the dragon seems to have spilled into this room. And 3 of the statues are just shorn off kind of like mid-chest, and you just see their lower torsos and legs left on the pedestals. The 4th is not damaged in this way, merely by warrant of it being so short. The top of the statue, the top of the head is below this line, and it looks like a goblin. And they seem to be dressed in furs. There's a bow slung across their back, and they have a symbol, part of the carving, the stone of the carving of Argynvost, of the Order of the Silver Dragon. So they seem to be affiliated with the knightly order, but this is no knight. This looks like some ranger? Scout? A woodsman dressed not unlike lots of Edgar's friends, those that dress a bit more normally. And because Edgar dresses uniquely. Not normally. Sorry, excuse me. I joke. But yes, very, very practically dressed, it seems. Not your general kind of fare for a statue. And you step into the room. And as the 3 of you step into the room, Edgar, there is a pulse of light from your neck, and the 2 beads that are there on that leather thong around your fuzzy little neck are illuminated from within. And this pulse of light goes out across the room, and you see that one of the shadows down by this goblin statue shifts, and the smoke dragon is there, curled up at the feet of this statue. Indistinguishable from the other shadows until this light illuminated and shifted the other natural shadows. It puffs a little spout of smoke out of its almost incorporeal face, and flaps up into the air and spins around and circles the statue again and again, leaving a trail of smoke behind it, and it gets thicker, and this small smoky dragon goes faster and faster, and the light of the beads of the Ladies of the Fanes seems to spill out and merge with this smoke, illuminating it from within. Brighter and brighter as the smoke spins and twirls around, and then the light dims and the smoke starts to dissipate. And as it does, you see the goblin, not stone-colored anymore, flesh-colored. Its clothes now made of material, the bow stretched taut, a real bowstring on a real carved bow, and the head of the goblin, down in some sort of meditative trance, almost sat cross-legged here in front of this carving of Argynvost. The head looks up slowly, as if moving for the first time in a very long time. You all right? You must be friends.
Do you think so?
Oh, gods, how long's it been? Ladies, save me. Ugh. Well, how goes things?
Do you think he knows anything about them?
How's old Argynvost? And the knights, they still being prim and proper? Urk's the name. Hey, where are you? You see him close his eyes and concentrate for a moment, and with a horse-sized emerald green dragon materializes in the side of the room, and he goes, "There you are." And he comes over and he just like pats it on its scaly neck. "Hello, Blue. Hello."
It's green.
And he's like, "Well then, I'll be back. I hope the dinner's on. I just need to go and stretch the legs. Oh, I see you opened the roof for me. Ta." And this little goblin just swings up onto the back of this emerald green dragon, and with a the dragon rises up through a gap in the roof and whoosh out around the manor of Argynvost. And as our view goes up through the roof, chasing after this dragon, we move away. And everyone over in chat there, sending those hearts flying, is one Apsy Doodles, who will be joining us as the Drake Warden Ranger.
Oh, shit.
Ark, the goblin, with Blue,
That's awesome.
the emerald green dragon.
So good.
Starting in January, do join us as we welcome a new adventurer, one of the old school Barovians, who needs a little history lesson. First things, and a decent meal. As the emerald green dragon flashes around the outskirts of the manor house, and there are whoots of delight and joy as the others see them. Woot. Woot. It's very far away. And you make your way back down to the hall, where the others are they're crowded around the front doors. Did you see? Did you see? It's a goblin. I haven't seen one of those. And everyone's chatting. And then others come out from the kitchen. It's like, I don't care what this is going to get cold. Come on, everyone. Crowd in. And everyone crowds in around this long trestle table. The emerald green dragon crunches down into the destroyed ballroom off where the spiders were lairing. And the goblin comes to join you as well. And we shall pick up from that dinner and that conversation next month. Next year. Our new year of adventures here on Phoenix Iwaki, as that is a wrap, my friends, and that is all that we have time for, both today and this year. A massive thank you to my players, both here and across the Wakiverse, as we have so many wonderful people with us. Another massive thank you for everyone who helped out last week with the incredible charity drive. $3,300 already in the hands of the Red Cross in Kentucky, dealing with the aftermath of the tornadoes, making a difference at this very special time when they should not be going through what they are. And a huge thank you to everyone. Hey, Dag, how you doing, my friend? And as Dag, a thank you to you as well for joining us on Saturday with Quincy's Tavern and AJ. Absolutely wonderful. Massive thanks to GM Workshop and AJ Winter's Tales for those raids earlier. Thank you for the follows. I'll be sending those followers Discord invites. If you are not already, do consider giving us a follow as we make our way past 1,000. We just hit 1,000 as well this week. Thank you all so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. We love sharing our adventures with you wherever and whenever you are. But Apsy was not the only news that I was going to break as we move into the new year. I have had confirmation today, and I'm very happy to share with all of you for the first time our next charity effort, which will be happening at the start of February. Mark your calendars, everyone. February 6th or 7th, depending where you are in the world, the Sunday evening, Monday morning, we will be having a special game of one-shot roulette with some very special guests, including the confirmation today of one Satine Phoenix and her husband Jameson, who are joining us on the channel. We are absolutely delighted to welcome them here. We cannot wait to play with them and share that with all of you. Massive thanks to everyone. We could not be here without you. We'd be just off kicking our heels and enjoying these adventures online with each other, but it is made so much more, so much richer with all of you. As we say goodnight for one last time, stick around for the raid. Get yourself some of them Dream Pie channel points, and if you've got them, let those phoenixes fly as we spread the love with a raid somewhere, when sorry. just taking a second here. Thank you, everyone. We love you lots. And as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi Nasai.
It's me.
Oyasumi.
Merry Christmas.
Very happy holidays, everyone. Yes, and as we like to say around these parts, 良いお年をお迎えてください。来年もよろしくお願いします。